What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Alright, we're coming back to Leprous. Yes, indeed. Leprous Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from Beaten Potatoes and Eskil Olsen. They both want to see me react to this song by Leprous called The Sky is Red. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Inside Out Music TV, and the video, oh, by the way, that's all one word. And the video has 596,583 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Leprous, The Sky is Red. Drum playthrough by Bard Kolstad. I hope I pronounced that right. So this isn't even the band. This is just the drummer. I'm doing a drum reaction video again. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that changes things up a bit. I had no clue. I had no clue this was a drum playthrough. Okay, well, that changes things up a little bit, so I gotta change my approach a little bit. Yikes! 11:07. Well, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. If I remember right, the last Leprous song I did, it was long, too. I'm not shocked. All right, let's do this!
All right, boy, let's do this!
Eight, 6. 16, so 22. So 22, 8. Okay. Oh, these odd time signatures. Oh my goodness. At least it wasn't too hard to find. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a little bit. It took me about 30 seconds before I was able to lock in with the tempo, and I was able to go, okay, so 8, 8, 6. At first I thought it was 887, but then I heard him come in and I was like, no, it's not 887. So I recounted again. I'm like 886. Okay, cool. So now, could this actually be 886? 886. It could be. Sure, it could be. And I'll be honest with you, for the sake of simplicity, it very well could be written that way too. Or then again, they could just, write 22-8 and have it be that. But I have a feeling they wrote it as 886. So that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. Look, if you're going to change one stick, you might as well change them both. I get it. Okay. I'm not so sure about 22.8 anymore. It's I'm beginning to feel more of like a halftime feel. So I'm wondering, instead of 22.8, I'm wondering if this is 11.4. It very well could be. I know the addition of the other guy coming in and doing the floor tom, that didn't throw me off. But that's when I started to hear like a little more emphasis on not so much on an eighth note feel, but more on a quarter note feel. And I was like, wait a minute. Hold on, my approach might be wrong on this. And the more I listened, especially while that other guy came on the tom, I was thinking to myself, less and less 22 and more 11. So I'm beginning to think this is actually 11.4. Is that true? I don't know for certain. But to me, it's starting to feel more like 11.4 than it is 22.8. I know a lot of people are going to be like, it's the same thing. It by definition, yes, if you subdivide the beats into eighth notes, yeah, you're right. It would be technically 22.8, but the feel is totally different. Totally different. It's much more about a halftime feel. And that's what I'm starting to feel here. So, I don't know. I'll have to keep listening, but I think I'm changing my opinion and changing it to 11.4. I don't know. We'll see. Chuck it. Nice.
Trapped inside the flames, with no chance of escape. My own little parallel universe confines me to my worst impulses.
I don't know why. I can't explain why, but watching him play and hearing what he's playing, I'm getting flashbacks of the movie Whiplash, where in particular, two scenes. One where they were going through the process of going through the three drummers, adjusting and get next, get up here next. I remember that, and then the final scene when the lead character just comes out and just basically just has 0 F's given and just sits down at the drum set and just busts into Caravan. And the band director, he's like, "What are you doing?" I don't know why, but I'm having flashbacks right now of those two scenes watching him play. I loved that part. I should have paused sooner, but I loved that part where he brought it down dynamically and went into the hi-hat and snare polyrhythm. That was smooth. Very, very smooth. And then adjusting from hi-hat to, I believe that's a ride. Some sort of a ride up at the top there. So it's a thin ride, but it's a ride nonetheless. Hitting the ride and hitting the snare. Following the exact same pattern, just transition from hi-hat to ride. Very smart. A great way to work and play with dynamics. And I love the fact they didn't stay there for too long. I'm not going to lie. It started creeping up on that mark like, okay, we got to go somewhere with this now. And then he did. He came right back in again. So that was good. Yeah, I dug that. I loved watching him do it too, because he was so relaxed. He was so relaxed while he was doing it. Let's keep going here. Oops. He saw it, dude. He saw it in his face. He's like, crap, I missed. Nice. Play on the rims. Uh-oh, he's rolling up the sleeves. Things are about to get serious. Gotta move it along now. Okay, good. Right there. What is that? Yeah, I'm glad he switched up. I'm hearing something like some weird thing. Maybe it's a guitar doing, I don't know, some sort of pinch harmonic with a tremolo system spring, just, just getting the tremolo system. I don't know what he's doing, but hearing something that's kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. I'm glad he switched. I'm sure you saw me doing like, okay, it's time to move on. And oddly enough, right as I started doing that, they switched up, and I was like, oh, thank God, good place to do it. But nice rhythms on there. I love how briefly he played on the rims. That was nice. You don't hear too many drummers do that, which is a shame. Shockingly, they have stayed in this 11/4 time the entire song. I know it sounds like they've changed up, but they haven't. I've been keeping that 11/4 counting in my head going the entire time, and there's not been one time that they've deviated in any way. So that's dedication right there. It's interesting. How much time we got? We got a minute. We got a minute left. All right, let's finish this out, and then we'll get to the review. Nine, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3. Woo! Oh yeah, he's gonna sleep well tonight. Hey. Oh man, this one gave me a headache. Let me think about it. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was, I mean, it was Leprous for the, it was, but let's be honest here. The focus was on the drummer. This was a drum reaction, okay? Let's call a spade here. So it was a drum reaction to the drummer from Leprous. The tune was "The Sky Is Red," and this was a request from Beaten Potatoes and Eskil Olsen. All right, I thought about it. I have a score here, and this score is going to need not a lot of explanation. It's pretty simple how I came up with the score. Actually, I wouldn't call it a shortcut, and I wouldn't call it a safe way out. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's the only way that this makes sense. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that an 8.1. Yep. 8.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, I came up with the 8.1, and I know a lot of people are gonna say this is a cop-out, but this is honestly the only fair way I could honestly think of to score this. Because there were two separate things here, okay? There was the song, and then there was the drumming, because this was a drum performance. So I have to take that into account, folks. I do. And for the Leprous fans, be grateful and thankful that I did, because that's one of the reasons why you're getting an 8.1. The song itself, very repetitive, very long. If I'm being honest, I was bored. I got bored through the song. It really didn't move around a whole lot. I mean, it did, but not in ways that made me go, oh wait, that's different. No, it was just a little shift on the same motif. It was like, okay, well, it's still here. Now how could that have been made better? How could that have changed? Well, for starters, as cool as it was that they did the entire song in what I am interpreting as 11/4. As cool as that was, maybe switch it up. Maybe go for a little bit into just straight 4/4. Or maybe switch things up and go into 6/4, or something else. Something to switch it up a little bit, but having it in 11/4, the entire song, and not really having it change, like from a chordal standpoint, really a whole lot. I mean, there were no, like, if you were to ask me where the chorus was, I couldn't tell you. I, honest to God, could not tell you. This pretty much stayed in the same chordal pattern. I'm not talking about key. I'm talking about chordal pattern. It followed the same riff the entire time. I never once felt any deviation, like in the form of a pre-chorus or a chorus. The only thing I heard was when it came down for that softer part. That was a difference. But even then, chordally, it didn't really change a whole lot. It was more about a dynamic shift along with what the drummer was doing. So honestly, I would have given the song itself, the song itself about 7.5, if I'm being honest. It was really good. And look, writing an 11/4 is not easy, okay? It's not. And making it sound good is even tougher. So kudos to them for doing that. Kudos for having the guts to write a song in 11/4, and that's great. But I just don't feel like this song really went anywhere. It really didn't move in any single direction. So it kind of just sat in the doldrums and spun around. And I was like, okay, well, it's entertaining, but at the end of the day, if it's not going to get you anywhere, then why take that journey? Now, on the flip side, you're probably wondering, well, if you gave the song a 7.5, how do we get to an 8.1? I gave the drumming, because this was a drum cam reaction type of deal. I gave the drumming like an 8.7. I saw some clean technique, not just in how he was hitting the drums, but also in how he was holding the sticks. Bent wrist, not stiff and rigid and holding it, like a sword. No, it was loose. It was fluid. And that's part of the reason why he was able to make his dynamics so varied throughout the song. Some amazing polyrhythm work. I mean, right up there. Honestly, if I'm being honest here, I would put that right up there. Maybe not as good as Danny Carey, but I'd put it up there. I definitely would. I would put him up, in the same discussion for sure. The polyrhythm work in this was fantastic, especially when they did that dynamic shift down and he switched to, right hand on the hi-hat, left hand on the snare, alternating rhythms, so when the one hand was going up, the other hand was going down type of thing, but not always the same. It was like, 3 with the right, 2 with the left, 2 with the right, 3 with the left, and followed by 1 and then 2 with the right. It was always, varying, but they were against each other. They were definitely against each other, but yet working together. And then when he switched up from the hi-hat up to that upper ride, that was really cool. I mean, it was smooth. It was absolutely smooth. If he had been playing stiff and rigid and tight and everything like that, I don't know if he would have gotten that transition to be that smooth. It was really well done. The part where he came out of the playing, going and playing on the rims and on the bodies of the floor drums, that was cool. That was cool. But for the most part, I mean, his drumming was absolutely rock solid. It was very impressive. Great technique. Playing in 11/4 for an entire song, that means you got to count in 11/4 for an entire song. So kudos to him for being able to do that and not lose his ever loving mind. Now, it was a very impressive drum cam. So that's how I came up with that 8.7. I had a blast watching that. Yeah, he definitely is going to sleep well after doing that one, man. He got a workout. So this is what I did. I took the 7.5, I took the 8.7, I added them together, and I got 16.2, okay? 16.2, divide that by 2. What do you get? Would you like a calculator? You get an 8.1, okay? And if you need a calculator, go ahead and get one, but I promise you that's what it comes out to. So I know a lot of people might be like, well, that's a cop-out. You know what? You can call that a cop-out if you want. I look at it as I had to go into this and evaluate this from 2 separate things. The song and then the drum cam reaction. So I combined them together, averaged them out. 8.1 is where we're at. 8.1 is where we're going to stay. So 8.1, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.